Okay, so I've got my funds ready to go to deposit. But I think, no, let's just deposit it now really quickly. Alright, so I got 1785 funds to withdraw. No, deposit. And that's good. Okay. So let's head back. Let's head in the economy base. Do what we need to do in terms of acquisitions first. So let's just finish off this one. And this one. Okay. So in terms of factions, 104, so 400 more to go. Okay, let's see. Okay, so in terms of buying, again, I feel like we should just buy all these. So kind of no point of farming. We're just gonna buy all this stuff. But we need silicon. We got ores here too, so we need to make more money first in order to get this to work. So we can spend a decent amount on iron ingots at 136, which is a good profit. Or it will profit if we get all this. We can't get that many. We need 3,000. Yeah. Let's buy 3,000 for now. And we'll try to get the rest. But we just need to make a little bit of money here. So I saw nickel as an acquisition here. So nickel. Need 10 ingots. Nickel ingots. Which isn't much at all. We need 228. So that's about 167 per. So we'll make money easily from this one. What else is there that we can do? We might have 471 computer. I don't know if I do, but let's just pick that one up anyways. Silicon ore, 290 amount. It's 119 per. Might make out with that, but nickel ore. I don't know if there was ores there, but we needed 10 ingots. Yeah, there's ore. 10 ingots. Oof. 10 of these guys through 3230. 3230. And how much we're gonna get out of that? Yeah, it always seems to make a little bit of money, so that's not too bad. So just 10. And we could finish off that contract. The ore, which I don't mind doing either, is 225 to make 27. So let's grab that. Need 225 to make 27. Ooh. That one's not worth it at all. We're making 605 bucks there. That's it. Interesting. But we get reputation, so that kind of matters a little bit. Iron ingot will sell back out. Nickel, we'll grab that. So as little as that and get 4 rep. That's pretty good. I think this rep stuff needs to be scaled a little bit better, to be honest. Because just giving 10 nickel ingots to get 4 versus getting like 136 large steel tube, that's a big difference. All right, last thing to do, silicon. We need to purchase as well, so we can wait on that. Ooh. Wish I can buy that much, but highly doubt I could. And the other ones to make money is probably these here. 19 just to make 5.5k. And 290 to make 34. Okay, so 290 to make 34. Okay, so these definitely does not make a lot. And the silicon 19 to make 5,500. But we queue this up to be 19. Okay, that one makes a little bit more sense. But oh else. Okay, we'll just get some money and then proceed from there. So we'll finish this, get easy reps once again, right? Easy reps. And the rest we gotta have to make and come back and everything like that later down the line, which is fine. And we have 89,000 left. And yeah, I think that should be it. We really need to do that conversion between buying iron ingots versus dismantling our steel plates. Because is it 1-to-1? Is it equal out? I don't know, because I've been selling them for the most part. So we can kind of figure that out, right? So 1 steel plate equals 1244 in terms of selling it. That's 7 iron ingots. So let's see. So I would think it's actually, just looking at it, I think that makes sense to sell the steel plates. Why? Because it takes, let's just say at this discounted price, $136 for an iron ingot. Well, we didn't do the conversion for the ore yet, but ingot, we need 7 of them just to make a steel plate, and that's 952. And if we're selling it for 1244, we take a profit of 292. So that's definitely worth selling. So definitely sell to buy iron ingots to make more. It makes a lot of sense. So you know what? That means all this is yours. And I will take the iron ingots from you at the low. And we can buy all of them from you, which we will do. The ore itself, never did the conversion, but maybe it's worth it. Whoa, that's a lot of iron ores. We can't get that many. We got to figure out how many iron ores take to produce 1 ingot. And also when we get a chance to put in the yield mod and see how that produces even more to maximize on our profits here too. But for now, I think we should invest in more of the wafers and everything like that. So these are cheap, I think, right? Cheap enough, but I don't have the funds now because I just sold everything. I need to do the conversions for the rest of the other stuff here too. But I think if we sell motors, which is nickel and iron, we'll make a decent chunk of money as well. So let's just do that. Let's just grab what we can because I do want to get more silicon wafers so that we can finish up our farm windows. All right, so back to the store. I did loot up the place a little bit as well and net us 17k somehow. So I'm gonna drop off at the ATM fairly quickly. Oh, we'll drop it off at the ATM in a bit, but this is pretty much all the loot we got from the beds, the armories, the lockers, and things like that. So probably not the lockers, but the armory. But good haul so far. And yeah, I didn't do any conversions for everything else, but you know what? Doesn't matter right now. I'm gonna sell just to make as much money as I can, because I'm trying to buy out all the wafers if we could afford it. Wow, that was all construction components, and I guess that's all we can make. Well, here's some motors, so we can make 100 out of them. 100,000, that's good. Ooh, we can sell more steel plates. Okay, so now selling steel plates at this price might not be worth it. So if we were to buy it at 149 in terms of the ingots and sell it back out in terms of steel plates, that's where we're gonna get ripped off. So you do have to pay somewhat attention to these things here, huh? So 149 times 7 equals 1043. And if we sell it for 937, we are losing out a bit of profit here. So that's not good. Okay. I mean, we do have more steel plates to sell, but we're not going to deal with that just yet. But the other piece of it is that some of the food here we could sell a lot of. And they're accepting a lot. So if we could mass produce a whole bunch of them, we can make a decent amount of money. But yeah, looks like we gotta be careful But on the other side of the coin, we gotta be careful how we're selling these things. But if I bought it fairly cheap, as I mentioned before, what was it before? I think it cycled. It was like 135. It was 136 previously. It was pretty close to the 135. And at that cheap point, 952, which is, you know, iron ingot times 7, still at a loss. So yeah, that's something we gotta be careful of here. But if we're desperate for money to buy other things, yeah, why not just sell everything? So it is what it is at that point. So okay, so silicon wafers 158 is cheap, I guess. We can't buy it all, can we? We could, but that's gonna make us poor. And I'm okay with that. We can buy the rest of this. And I think if we could do the farming for all this stuff, we can go ahead and sell back out. Especially these things here, which is not stuff I can buy, it looks like, for the most part. I think I could find these but not buy these. So that's another problem. Yeah, haven't been this poor in quite some time. It's not like we're trying to get as much balance as possible, because we are still utilizing parts to build the base and everything. So we're not comfy just yet. So we can't build an empire with money just yet. Since it's cycled, maybe this had cycled a little bit. Okay, steel plate 680, steel plates just for a decent chunk of money. I think that's good. 180 of nickel to get 22, which we don't even have that much money to spend. I'll take that for now. Silicon wafers, I think we have a bunch of these. I'm going to take that as well. And I know we need them, but I'm going to take the risk of, you know, spending them out here because I need the rep. I just want to build up the reputation, see what happens, to be honest. All right, so let's get rid of silicon wafers. Nickel ore, we have it. Nope. The nickel ore, 180 to make 22, 7. That's kind of worth it. 180 to make 19,800. Okay, so that's okay. Let me kind of deposit some money to the ATM right here, and we got 17k. So 17, 1, 2, 3. Deposit, and there's still 319 left. Deposit that. And we should be able to make some money from the nickel ore. The nickel ores here. So nickel ore 180 to make 22.7. 180 will make about 2,000, 3,000. Nothing too significant. But it gives us, again, free money. Okay, so I think I have a bunch of steel plates, so that should net us a decent amount of money as well. And, you know, I'm not really checking to see if the steel plates is a ripoff or not either. So that's another thing that we should look at. Okay, so we do have a bunch of steel plates, so that's going to fulfill that specific acquisition contract, and it's going to be a decent chunk as well, so that's going to be great. So let's return the steel plate one, 680 amount for 856,000 basically, so that's worth it. All right, motors, we don't have that much for sure, so we're not going to deal with that just yet, but net us a mill, that's good. I don't think I have this much interior plates and stuff just yet. Maybe I need to... I could make it outside if I want to. I do have a survival kit. At least for the interior plates. Perhaps an idea. And the girders too. Could definitely make that. But 886 interior plate. Do we have enough iron to do that in the survival kit? And see where we go from there. Alright, so we have about 193 right now on us. And if we wanted to, we have to produce a good chunk of it. So it was about 800 or so, right? Yeah, 866. So we can produce 800. And hopefully that'd be enough. Yeah, we need requirement of close to 800 iron, which we have a couple K worth of iron now. So we should be okay. Yeah, 5K right here. So that's good. That's good to go. What else can we make? We might as well. Luckily, I have a survival kit here. We can't make steel tubes. Motors we can make force 87, but we need nickel, which we do have some, but not too much. We'll skip that for now. Computers force 71. So we need 500 of these guys, basically. Definitely shouldn't be able to make, couldn't make these because we need nickel, which we don't have on us. Fine with me. Girders 119 and 291. So that's about 410. We might run out of material, but it's gonna net us a decent chunk of money, so we should be okay. And of course, we could buy more items right now because we have 890 space credits or SCs. Okay, so what can we spend on now? Again, selling at this price point, it's weak. Is what is the highest sell point that I've seen so far? So we were selling at 1368 at one point. So this, we should mark this as the sell section. So at least we know what's what. So computers at 35. Okay, so this is a price point. We should really pay attention to this. And if we see anything higher, of course, we're going to mark it higher so we know where we're getting at. But of course, at the same time, we got to mark down, well, the production amounts. So we could do the math fairly easily. So the number is always going to change, it looks like. So we just got to pay attention to like how many iron ingots equals one steel plate, how much iron ingots equals a construction component, things like that. So I used to sell at 35 for the computers, and this is at 47. So that's an increase from before. This is what I mean by having this information on hand. It's worth it. 365 for construction components, and now it's at 369. So those are increased from previous times. But I don't know the conversion rate if I were to get to buy iron ingots or iron ores and things like that. So it's hard to say. But for sure, this is not a steal right now. This is actually a bit of a loss in profits if I were to directly buy even at the low right now. But in this case, I'm going to try to buy out all the silicon so we can make that window for our farm. So that's what that's all about. Should I buy the ores? I really wonder how much one ore will make in terms of iron ingots. If you buy one at 111 iron for iron ore, that'll be good. But yeah, not much else to buy. Should we buy the ingots at this price point? We could, because it's still a little cheaper than what we've seen it previously. But at this price point, we gotta make sure to sell our steel plates above 1,000, slightly above 1,000. Or go with the luck of the draw and buy all the data pads. And that's what I'm gonna go for. I still have 444,000. So what am I gonna spend that on? Realize magnesium powder is quite expensive. Really find some and sell some at this point then. Alright, so I think we're good. I think I'm gonna buy some ore and eventually experiment to see how much iron ores make one iron ingot. And we need this amount anyways. Oh, looks like we're out of space, so we can't buy all that. All right, let's buy 4K worth of iron ore, and that'll make us the poorest we've gotten so far. And it's not good. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to end up doing a search contract at this point. We could keep buying more than we can make, in an essence. So yeah, it's always scary. Okay, so let's head out. It's gonna head over to that unknown signal, but it's about close to 2K away, and we got a minute left, which isn't bad, but probably gonna not make it, and I don't want to rush. So just forget that. Keep out things to trade there, but let's look at these things. So we got a bunch of other ones here. They're probably all dumb far, but that's fine. We will find a way to see if they get any closer. And it's too bad I can't see the distance from this view by creating the GPS markers, but I can see it from our GPS log because of the mod that we added. It's a bit cheesy, potentially. Not really, I think. I mean, I could barely see anything if I didn't do it, so there's that. Okay, so here we go. Here's a list of stuff. So here are the new ones. The ones that are not numbered are the new ones. So we'll just number them based on the last digit here. And these are all super far away, so that's not fun. Ooh, that's a lot of GCTCs here. How many we're up to? 5. So 5. Getting closer, but not really. Jeez, these are super far. Nope, none of the GCTC stations are close enough. That's not good. And I need to add a 0 in front of these so we can see it in terms of numbers, or in terms of double digits, and have it ordered correctly. And this is the only one that's close, which is pretty much below us. But yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna end up running into them sooner or later, because we could potentially do some hauling contracts and stuff like that and get around to it. So those are some potential chances. And let's see, have we finished producing everything we need to do? No. We're close. Let's put all these data pads away. All right, so we can't even carry all the interior plates, so that's not good. But it could be because I have so much iron ore here. So let's see, can we spread these things out a little bit? Yeah, okay, that's good. Nope, we can't code the 800 or so worth of interior plates, so we definitely need to come back to connect into the base somehow. Or maybe I get rid of all this stuff, and that might give us more room. How much do we need again? 886. Maybe, just maybe. Let's try it. Nope. I think we're gonna cut to a point where we're going to carry 800. Oof, that hurts. That really does. So I highly doubt we can carry all the girders, and we could probably carry the computers for sure, but probably not all the girders and stuff. So let's not do this right now. We're gonna have to come back with a flyer instead. So let's collect our stuff. And we are broke as well. So let's just head back for now. Let's go back to base. Reassess a little bit. In terms of making money, I think I would really need to spend some time making somewhat of a small ship that can carry a decent load. And by decent load, I mean maybe a medium to large cargo container. A large cargo container would be a bit much, but it seems to me that it's necessary. So I guess we could figure that out sooner or later. Or not, I don't know. Or several medium cargo containers. That might do. I just need something to hold just enough. So actually, you know what? We slightly glide home. But let's look at a medium cargo container. How much can a medium cargo container even hold? So nope, it doesn't hold much at all. So ouch. So we need multiple medium cargo containers, but that's going to be the size of a large cargo container anyway. So we're definitely going to have to do some kind of flyer with the cargo container, large cargo container on it. Can we mess around with vector thrusting? Potentially. So we can save on thrust power. So would be an idea. I like the vector thrusting. In recent times, it's kind of failed us. So we gotta look at the updated scripts if there are any in terms of that, for it to work properly at least. But if we do a large cargo container and we add all those materials, we need a lot of atmospheric thrusters and maybe even hydrogen thrust. Actually, no, we can't do hydrogen thrust. I'm definitely not gonna do hydrogen thrust because we're gonna run out of power really fast. Because we are always going to lack ice. All right, so let me get my food out of here first as a precaution, although we should be okay. I'm gonna put this food in our kitchen. And can we make anything? Still make bread. We can't make burgers and stuff because we have no meat. This one needs roast meat. So we gotta make meat from raw meat to make roast meat to make a burger. And everything else a meat soup or so. Tofu soup. Interesting. Or tofu needs ice. Ice is the death of me basically. Okay, I think we're good. Food wise, we'll park this guy for now. Back on here because I think we could utilize. We can move the iron. We got about 10k worth of iron, so that's not too bad. The biggest problem is ice, which we can only salvage for. So that's a little bit scary. Did we break the rule and say we could just drill for ice? Nah. What fun would that be, right? I mean, we struggle enough just to park a vehicle, so might as well make it and continue to make it hard by keeping a no drilling type of scenario here. Okay, let's charge up. Let's figure this out really quick. What do we need to get this fixed? That's interesting sounds I've never heard before. I need girder, computer, interior, plates. Alright, got our turbine back up and running. Let's just recolor that one because that one's a little off. And we should be good to go. We're going to produce some glass. And I don't think we need girders, but we'll figure that out. We'll just keep producing a little bit more glass because we can always use more. And I think that should be it. Got a ton of soybeans, so that's good. Okay, let's do a quick bit of farming before we go to bed. Let's take a quick peek here. All right, we are green light in terms of air vent, so let's proceed with some farming. I could have farmed over there, but whatever. We can farm it here. Not a big deal. Okay, so in order to do farming, we need ice. So that's the biggest problem. So this is O2, H2 generator on. It's not. Perfect. The one on our rover is, so we definitely need to make sure to turn that off. Is it this one? This one is... I'm gonna call it base bots as in bottles. That one we'll keep on. And that's mainly to charge up separately our hydrogen bottles. So let's turn this off for now because I don't want the ice to go away. So we can actually grab a little bit more ice from here. Not from here. From here. Because I don't think I needed to come out of here to get the ice. Looks like we got 2k worth previously. Let's just grab 1k out of here. And we'll use this for the farming food and everything. And we'll throw it in here as well. So we can keep that separate from everything. Let's just grab 100 ice. It doesn't take much ice to produce things because, as you see here, apple farm, it takes 2 ice to make an apple. And it takes a third of an apple to produce 1 apple. So you can technically make 3 with 1 apple. Provided we have gravel and everything else too. So, interesting. I know soy is something we can sell. Now, is it worth it? Potentially. But we also have a problem getting gravel as well because we're not drilling for stone. That becomes a bit of an issue. And we actually don't have a lot of gravel in here. Decent amount, but nothing too much. But did I look at that right? An apple farm required. Yeah. Herbs doesn't use gravel, so we could potentially make a lot of herbs if we have herbs and sell it. But it does require a little bit more organics and ice as well. So that's where it gets tricky. Wheat use a lot of gravel, a lot more ice. That's a little bit on the scarier side. I want to make stuff that uses a little bit on the lesser side of ice. So it looks like 2 is the ideal ice. Mushrooms we could definitely sell, but I don't think we even got any mushrooms ever. Nope. Haven't got any mushrooms whatsoever, so can't do anything with that. Alright, so let's just try to do some soy. Soy, 8 ice. Okay, so that's not great, but not too bad either. But organics is quite expensive too. Yeah, we can't win here. We can make a ton of apples. We can multiply them in 3 basically. So if we were to make an apple, we could do that. So let's just grab 1 apple. Well, that's 10. And I think I just ate one. Alright, yeah. Let's grab 1 apple. Got ice. And all we have to do is put in the apple farm or the apple tree right over here. We'll throw the ice there. And we're going to produce it right. Let's produce 1. How long does it take to produce? Probably forever. That is significantly super slow. But it makes sense because we're growing an apple. Using the 3 seeds that's found in 1 apple. Supposedly. But if we do multiple apples at a time, will it produce all at once or 1 by 1? Probably 1 by 1, to be honest. But who knows? Gravel as an alternative. Did we see some in the shop? I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. So yeah, farming or farm life in Mars. It's gonna be a problem. But oh else. Time to just sleep on it and see where we go from there.